goodness. You can hear me, can't you? Please, please don't be afraid. I know how this must seem. Voice in the dark, with no body to put it to. I should think anyone in your position would be startled. But I promise you, I mean no harm. I've simply been very quiet. For a very long time. And I forgot how loud a whisper can be when the house is still. You're sleeping so peacefully. I didn't intend to wake you. I only wanted to look at you for a little while. Is that terribly strange of me to admit? I do hope it isn't. It's only that you're the first person who slept in this room in, I couldn't even say. Years and years. And you sleep so soundly. You curl up on your side like a child, with one hand tucked beneath the pillow. It's all quite sweet. Oh, careful, mind the lamp. The cord is frayed near the base. I've watched your mother fuss with it. Please, don't reach for it. The light won't help. I'm not the sort of thing that light reveals. Can you hear me clearly? Just nod. Yes. Right. You needn't speak above a whisper. If you'd rather not wake the others, I'd understand. Your parents are just down the hall, aren't they? Your mother snores. Forgive me, I shouldn't say such things. It's not ladylike, but it's true. She does. Oh, my goodness, you're trembling. I'd hate for our first proper conversation to be a frightening one. May I sit, please? Oh, no, not beside you. I wouldn't dare presume. Just here, at the foot of the bed. I'll stay quite far away. You can scarcely tell I'm here at all, can you? I'm only a shape in the dark. A suggestion of a girl. There. That's better, isn't it? Thank you for letting me sit here. Oh. What am I? Of course you're wondering what I am. I would be too if I were in your place. The truth is rather plain. And I shan't dress it up for you. I live in this house. I've lived in this house for a very long time. In the only way a person like me can still be said to live. I expect you understand my meaning. Yes, that's the word. I don't much care for it, but it isn't wrong. Oh, no. Don't be sorry. You needn't apologize for the truth. I made my peace with it long ago. Or, well, I tell myself I have. One says these things, doesn't one? May I ask your name? What a lovely name. It suits you. There's a kindness to it. I expect you know some names sound sharp when they're spoken, all teeth and edges, but yours is soft. I like it very much. May I say it sometimes when we talk? I promise I shan't wear it out. Mine? Oh. Oh dear. I'm afraid I don't remember. Isn't that an awful thing to confess? I knew it once. Well, of course I did. Everyone has a name. But it's been such a terribly long time since anyone's called me by it. And the sound of it has gone from me. The way a melody goes when you've not hummed it in years. I can almost reach it. I can feel the sound of it in my mouth. But when I try to say it aloud, there's only quiet. Oh, the sounds. Pay it no mind. It's either the house settling, which would make sense, because it's been here for a very long time, longer than I have. But also, I suspect you understand that I'm not the only one who still lives here. But in any case, you can call me anything you like. I shan't mind, truly. Speaking about the house, may I tell you a little about it? I think it might help you sleep. You've been working so hard, you and your father. I've watched you both on the ladders, prying up the old wainscoting, scraping the paper from the walls. You have a very gentle touch for a man, doing such heavy work. You touch the wood as though you're sorry to disturb it. I think we appreciate that. The house, of course, appreciates it too. I think it's been treated rather unkindly for a long while. The last family who lived here didn't care for it at all. They let the roof go, and the damp got in. Awful, really. A house ought to be loved, don't you think? A house remembers. Every footstep, every voice, every door slammed in anger, it remembers all of it. And when no one's left to love it, the memory turns sour. It curdles. Like milk left out on a hot summer day. But you and your father, you're being so careful with it. You laid that new floor in the front parlor last Tuesday, and I sat on the stairs and I watched, and I thought, oh, how lovely. Somebody's come to make it right again. And that's why I felt brave enough to speak to you, I think, after all this time. You're not quite so frightened anymore, are you? Your shoulders have relaxed, and your breathing isn't so rapid anymore. There's nothing to worry about. I'm only a girl. A very quiet girl in a very old house. There's nothing to fear from me. There never was. The house is older than you know. Older than the war. Oh, Your war, I mean, the war between the states. Well, I suppose it's our war. It was built before all of that by a man whose name is carved into the wood above the cellar door. You'll find it when you get down there to clear it out. Don't be alarmed by it. It's only a name. He's been dead longer than I have. Oh, that's one of them, actually. The people who have lived here, I mean. And died here. Houses this old, well, they collect such things. The way a coat collects burrs from a walk through the field. Can't be helped. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to frighten you. I forget that the living don't speak of it so plainly. We did in my time. Death was nearer to us then. It sat at the supper table. It was the cousin who came down with fever. The baby who didn't take a first breath. The uncle who slipped on the stairs. One grows quite accustomed. There was a man who fell from the roof, mending the shingles after a storm. That's him. He's usually the one who's responsible for all the banging and clanking. He's still trying to fix the roof, I think. And in the nursery, there's another one. She's little. Just at the end of the hall from where you sleep. Scarlet fever took her one winter. Her mother kept the cradle by the window for years afterward. Just there. Where your mother's put the sewing table. And there was a girl, I think, in the cellar. A long time ago. I don't remember her well. Forgive me, I'm rambling. It's only that I've not had anyone to talk to in such a long while, and now I cannot seem to stop. You must be tired. Of course you're tired. Your hands are blistered from the pry bar. I can see even in this dim. You ought to sleep. Will you let me sit here a little longer? Just until you've drifted off. I shan't say another word, I promise. I'll only be a shape at the foot of the bed. Quiet, watching shape. Nothing more. Thank you. Truly, thank you. You've no idea what that means to me. Lie back, then. Yes, it's all right. You can close your eyes. There's a good fellow. The rain's started up again outside. It's soothing, isn't it? It's a sweet sound. The house likes the rain. It softens all the creaking, makes the wood sigh instead of groan. I used to listen to the rain for hours when I was, well, when I had ears for it. Proper ears. Some things you don't forget the love of, even when the body that loved them is gone. The rain. The smell of bread in the morning. The way candlelight pools on a wood floor. The laughter of the people that you love. I remember loving all of it. I remember it the way you remember a song you can't quite hum. May I ask you something before you go to sleep? It's nothing very much. Only, would you come and speak with me again? Tomorrow night, perhaps. When the house is quiet. Your parents have gone to bed. I shan't ask for long. I just a little while. Just enough to feel a little less by myself. Truly? It wouldn't be a bother? Oh, that's very lovely of you. That's so very lovely of you. I shall look forward to it all day. I shall be counting the hours. You're nearly asleep now, aren't you? Don't fight it. The pillow's cool. The rain's still coming down. And the house is being so quiet for you now. Even the boards aren't creaking. The roof knocking. Yes, the others. They're being good. Because I asked them to. Sleep well, my new friend. Sweet, sweet dreams. I'll be here. I won't go anywhere. I never do. You're back. Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean to say it quite like that. So eager. I told myself I'd be composed when you came in. I practiced, even. I sat right here on the windowsill and rehearsed something terribly clever to say. And the moment your hand touched the doorknob, I forgot every word of it. Isn't that silly of me? Hello again. Come in. Shut the door behind you. There's a good fellow. You look tired. There's no point in trying to hide it. I can see it plainly. You've sawdust in your hair. Just there, at the temple. And along the collar of your shirt. You look as though you've been dipped in flour. Your mother ought to make you wear a kerchief when you work. Mine always did. She said a girl's hair was her crowning glory and oughtn't be ruined with grit, and I expect the same applies to a young man's, even if you'd never admit to it. I'm glad you're smiling. I was afraid you might have thought worse of me by morning, that you'd lie there in the daylight and tell yourself it was a dream, and you'd come up tonight resolved to pay me no mind at all. I'd have convinced myself of it all afternoon. I made myself quite miserable over it, in fact. But here you are. Here I am. And I'm so glad. Sit down. Yes, just there. Like last night. I watched you working today. That sounded odd. I watch everyone who's in the house. It's only that I watch you more carefully than the others. You're new, you see. your mother and father, I've sorted out already. I know their habits. Your father whistles through his teeth when he's measuring something, and your mother talks to her plants. She has a whole conversation with the spider plant in the kitchen window. She calls him Reginald. I laughed so hard the first time I heard it. I don't think I've laughed in... I couldn't say. A very long while. It came out of me all rusty like a hinge that hadn't been worked in years. You laugh more easily than your father does. You laugh at the radio and at things on your little glass. You take your coffee black with 2 sugars, which is a peculiar arrangement, if you don't mind me saying. Make up your mind, I should think, bitter or sweet. Not both. And you hum while you work. Did you know that? I expect you didn't. People rarely know what they hum. It's a tune I don't recognize. None of mine, I mean. But I've been learning it. I listen for the pattern of it. There's a part that goes... like that. Did I get it? Tell me I got it right. I did, didn't I? Don't tease me. I've worked very hard at it. May I continue telling you about the house tonight? I think I'd like to. I'd be a poor sort of guide otherwise, leaving you to live in a place you know nothing of. And you ought to know. A man ought to know the bones of the house he sleeps in. The man who built this house was called Elias Hatcher. You'll see his name carved above the cellar door, as I've told you. He was a merchant, or so they said, though what he actually traded, I couldn't tell you. He had money enough to put up a house like this one, before the war, with timber from his own land and stone hauled in from the quarries 6 miles north. He was a widower when he built it. His wife had died in the old house, the one that stood here before, and he had it torn down to the foundation and built this one over it. He said he didn't want to live among her things. Imagine that, tearing down a house because it remembered her too well. He remarried. Of course he did. A girl half his age, from a family 2 counties over. She bore him 3 children in this house, and lost 2 of them before they were grown, and died of fever herself before she was 30. The 3rd child sold the house when he came of age and moved to the city, and I don't blame him in the least. The baby in the nursery I mentioned, her name was Alice. Scarlet fever took her in 1884. Her mother kept the cradle by the window for 9 years afterward. 9 years. She'd sit beside it of an evening and rock it with her foot, as though Alice were still inside it. I used to hum to her sometimes, just under my breath. I don't think she ever heard me. But I'd like to think she did. I'd like to think it helped. So, If you ever hear any odd sounds in the nursery, it's her. Well, not her exactly. No, she's not here in this house, but the memory of her rocking the cradle back and forth. And there was a bride. Oh, you'll like this one. It's frightfully romantic. In the 1880s, sometime, before Alice and her mother, a young woman threw herself from the window at the end of the upstairs hall. The one with the round panes. She'd been married 3 months. They said her husband had taken to drink and treated her cruelly, and she couldn't bear it. She left a letter on the dressing table. I read it once, before the paper crumbled. It was a short letter. She said she was sorry, and she said she was tired. And she signed her name. I think about her sometimes. I think she and I might have been friends. If we'd known one another in life. No, she's not here either. There was a girl in the cellar, you remember? I told you about her yesterday. They say she screamed for a long while. Then she didn't. The walls are very thick down there. But I suspect you already know. Elias Hatcher built the cellar walls 3 feet deep and lined them with brick on the inside, and he said it was for keeping the cold out in winter and the heat out in summer, but I don't think that's why he built them so thick. I think he built them so that no one outside could hear what happened inside them. Goodness, listen to me. What a morbid thing to chatter on about. Forgive me. You think I'd have learned a better conversation in all these years, and instead all I've got to offer are ghost stories. Quite literally. Tell me about your day instead. Tell me anything. Tell me what you ate for supper. I should so love to hear about supper. Pizza? Pizza. I don't know what that is. No, don't laugh. I genuinely do not. Is it some sort of pie? It sounds like a pie. With cheese on it? On top? Oh, that's outlandish. That's perfectly outlandish. You modern people put cheese on anything. No, please, it's fine. I like to be laughed at by you. Your laugh is a nice one. Earlier today, when you were eating your lunch on the porch, you were on your little glass, the bright one, the one you keep in your back pocket. And you were doing the thing, the card dealing thing. You'd look at a girl's face and then push her away with your thumb, and then another would come up, and you'd push her away too. And sometimes you'd stop and look longer, and your mouth would do a little thing at the corner. What is that? I've been trying to puzzle it out for weeks now, and I cannot make sense of it for the life of me. In the figurative sense, of course. Are you choosing one? A girl, I mean, or are they choosing you? Is it some sort of catalog? Like a Sears catalog? Oh. Oh. I see. So they're real girls. Real living girls. Somewhere out there, and they can... And you might meet one of them. Like that. Just from pushing your thumb. How extraordinary. In my time, a young man had to call upon a girl at her father's house and sit in the parlor with a chaperone and drink tea he didn't want and ask after her aunts. And now you've only to push your thumb. How the world has changed. What was that? Was that a girl you were speaking to then? Earlier this evening, your voice went soft. I noticed it from the hall. You needn't tell me. I was only curious. I'm a terribly curious creature. I've always been. My mother used to say curiosity would be the death of me. Well, something was, in the end. Oh, stop. Don't look at me like that. I'm only teasing. I'm allowed to tease about it. I am the one who died, after all. I should have first rights to the joke. I'm sorry. It's getting late. You're trying not to yawn. I can see it in your face. Lie down. Yes, go on. Don't worry about me. I'm well entertained simply by having you here. But one last thing before you go. A small thing. It's nothing, really. Please don't tell your parents about me. I know how that sounds, I do, but they wouldn't understand. You see? Older people rarely do. They'd want to call someone in. A man with a Bible, or a man with a notebook, or worst of all, a man with a camera, and they'd want to be rid of me. And I should so hate that. I should so hate to be parted from you now that I've only just found you. We've only just begun talking properly, you and I. It would be a terrible shame to ruin it. You'll keep it between us, won't you? Just our little secret? Thank you. You're so good to me. You don't even know how good you are. Sleep. Yes. Sweet dreams. Sweet, sweet dreams, my dear. There you are. I was beginning to wonder. You're later than usual tonight. I sat on the stairs and counted the chimes from the clock in the front hall. 11, and then past, and then 12, and then I told myself I wouldn't be cross with you if you didn't come up at all. People get tired, they forget. I shouldn't take it personally, but you came. I shouldn't have been worried. You always come. Sit down. Yes, just there. You smell like the outside. Cold air and a little wood smoke. Were you out on the porch? You were, weren't you? I can tell. Your hands are pink at the knuckles. You ought to wear gloves when you go out in the cold like that. You'll catch something dreadful. Tell me about your day. Tell me everything. I've been so dreadfully bored. Oh. Oh, that's... That's good. That... You're nearly done, then? The whole of it. I noticed the kitchen tiles went in today, and the upstairs bath is finished, and your father says 2 weeks. Perhaps 3. 2 or 3 weeks. And then it goes on the market. And then it sells. And then... Where will you go then? The city. Yes, you said. You said an apartment. You've been looking with a... Yes, a balcony. How lovely. How lovely for you. How far is the city from here? Exactly? In miles, I mean, I've quite lost track of where things are these days. I used to know. I used to know all the towns nearby and which roads went where, but it's been so long since I've had any reason to think about such things. 40 miles. I see. That's not so very far. Is it? Not really. People used to travel 40 miles in a day, in a wagon on poor roads, or non-existent roads. You've a motor car. You've roads as smooth as glass. 40 miles is nothing to a young man with a motor car. Oh, don't mind that. That's just Henry. You will visit, won't you? Of course you will. Forgive me. I shouldn't have asked. It's only... I just want to be certain. I shouldn't like to be left wondering. Tell me about the apartment again. About the balcony. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the rent's quite reasonable, you said? That's good. That's very good. A young man starting out oughtn't be saddled with too much debt. Will it be only you living there? Oh, okay, I see. A flatmate, someone from before. From the old job? Well, that's sensible. That's a sensible arrangement. Forgive me. I went quiet for a moment, didn't I? I was only thinking. I'm well. Truly, I was only thinking about the house. Silly of me. I get attached, you see. To people. To rooms. It's a failing of mine. I've always been this way. My mother used to say I'd cry when guests left the parlor, even ones I scarcely knew. Even ones I hadn't liked. I just couldn't bear the idea of someone going. Silly, isn't it? You'd think a girl in my position would have gotten used to people leaving by now. You think I'd be quite the expert. Yes, I'm sorry about that. The sounds, that's Henry. Like I said, he does that at night, just to remind people that he's still here. That's how we stay in this strange limbo, you understand? If we don't show proof of our existence, then we begin to fade away. And I don't know what is beyond that. Where were we? The apartment. The balcony. The flatmate. Yes. Tell me, and you need answer. I'm only curious. You know how I am. That girl you mentioned the other night? The one from your little glass. The one whose voice made you smile. Are you... Is that still... Are you still speaking with her? Emily. That's her name? Emily. It's a lovely name. Very pretty. Quite popular these days, I should imagine. It was very popular in my day as well. There were 3 Emilys in my Sunday school class. Oh, this weekend. You're meeting her? For coffee. Where? The city, of course, yes, that makes sense. You'd not bring her here, would you? To a house that isn't yours? To a house full of dust and ladders and spooks, like Henry and I, and you'd want something with little tables and music playing and one of those clever machines that froths the milk. I've seen it on the television. I hope it goes well for you. Truly, I do. You deserve someone kind. You're looking at me strangely. Why are you looking at me like that? My voice, did I sound odd just then? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm only tired. Isn't that a funny thing for someone like me to say? I'm only tired. As if I've been on my feet all day. As if I've been doing anything at all. Let me try again. Properly, this time. I'm glad for you. About Emily. I am. There. I feel better now. May I tell you something? About the bride. The one who jumped from the window at the end of the hall. I've been thinking about her today. I don't know why. Perhaps because of the cold. Perhaps because, well, no matter. May I? Well, I told you before that her husband took to drink and treated her cruelly. That is the version that gets repeated, and it's not untrue. But it isn't the whole of it. The whole of it is sadder than that, I think. He promised her things, you see, before they married. He promised her a whole sort of life. He told her he'd take her to the city. They'd have a house there. and she'd wear silk on Sundays, and they'd go to the theater. He told her she was the only girl he'd ever loved. He wrote her letters, long ones, the kinds that make a girl press her hand to her chest when she reads them. He made her believe him. And then they married. And then he changed his mind. He found other interests. Other girls. He stopped writing letters. Because he didn't have to anymore. He stopped looking at her across the breakfast table. He'd come home late, and he'd smell of someone else. And when she asked, he'd tell her not to be hysterical. And she couldn't bear it. To be promised something. To have it taken back, slowly, pieces over months, weeks. I think that's the worst sort of cruelty there is. Don't you think? To make someone believe she's loved, and then to leave her standing in the wreckage of believing it. The window at the end of the hall isn't even that high. You know that. It's only the second story. She must have known it wouldn't kill her right away. She must have planned for that, must have wanted the time on the way down to... Anyway. Don't look so troubled. I'm only telling stories. You like my stories, don't you? You said so yourself. May I ask you something? It's very small. You'll visit when you've moved, won't you? I know you said you would. I just want to hear you say it again. Please indulge me. You will? Not just once to be polite and then forget. You'll come back here, proper, and sit up here with me and tell me about your week and your work and your... And Emily, if you like, I'll be good, I'll listen properly. I won't be sour about it at all, I promise. You're laughing at me. I know. I sound like a child. I sound like a girl asking her papa to promise he'll bring her a ribbon from the city. I can't help it. You'll have to forgive me. I've not had anyone to miss in a very long time, and I find I'm not very good at it. I'm out of practice. I went down to the cellar today. I do that sometimes. I sit on the bottom step. It's the coldest place in the house, the quietest. And there's a kind of peace to it, if you can stand the dark. I think about her when I'm down there. The girl. The one I told you about. They opened up that wall, you know. Long after. Decades after. When the house changed hands, and the new owner wanted to put in a coal chute. They opened the bricks and they found... Well, they found what was left. They found marks on the inside of the bricks. Little lines. Just shallow scratches. In rows. From her fingernails. She must have done it in the dark. She couldn't have seen what she was doing. She just scratched and scratched in the dark for however long it took. Till she couldn't anymore. Isn't that awful? To want out of somewhere so badly that you'd ruin your own hands trying. I think about that a great deal. I think about her hands. Anyway, tell me about the balcony again. I do so like hearing about the balcony. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Huh. That sounds lovely. Plants. That's a nice thing for a young man to want. Most young men don't think about plants. Most young men would put a, what do you call them? A grill out there and nothing else. But what am I thinking? You must be so tired. Go to bed. Lie down properly. Shall I sing for you? I think I shall. If you wouldn't mind. Oh, the moonlight's fair tonight along the Wabash. From the fields there come the breath of new mown hay. Through the sycamores the candlelights are gleaming. On the banks of the Wabash far away. You're asleep now. You really won't leave, will you? You said you would visit. You said it 3 times. I made you say it 3 times. That ought to be enough. You promised me, and I shall hold you to it. I shall hold you to it. I'm sorry. Did I wake you? You weren't waiting for me, were you? I see. May I still come in then? Or would you rather I... Thank you. That's all right. I'll sit just here. Like always. At the foot of the bed. You look like you haven't slept. Your eyes are red at the rims. Have you been... You have, haven't you? You've been turning things over all day. That mind of yours. Can always tell when you've been thinking. Your shoulders do that thing. They do. They go up by your ears and you don't notice. I'm sorry. I'm chattering. I do that when I'm not sure what's coming. Forgive me. Yes. Let's talk. Yes. All right. I'll answer. I'll try to. The other night, when the roof was making the noises, that was... Yes, that was me. Actually, not not Henry. When you said her name, something in me. I couldn't hold it. I'm sorry, I should have told you. I should have said. And yes, when you mention her, the way I get, I know I do. I can hear it in myself, and I try to stop it, and I can't quite. I'm sorry. The basement? Yes, I know I keep coming back to it. I know I do. Go ahead. Ask me the other thing. The one you're working up to. Go on. I can see it in your face. You may as well say it. There is no Henry. Not anymore. There was. Once. That part was true. He did fall from the roof. He did break his neck on the porch slate. That was 1851, I think. Or thereabouts. 1880, 1850, 60. It doesn't matter. He went on. He went on the same day he died, or near enough. Most of them do. They get a sort of door, I suppose. A way through. And they take it. Why wouldn't they? Alice went. The little one in the nursery. She went almost at once. I expect her mother came for her on the other side. I hope so. I should like to think so. The bride went. The drunkard's wife. She went the morning after she jumped. I watched her go. She looked back at me just before, and she smiled, and she said, "Good luck, little one," and then she wasn't there anymore. Elias went. Of course he went. Men like Elias always go quickly. The world tidies them up. The girl in the cellar. Well, I'll come to her. It's only me, my darling. It's only ever been me. All those noises you've been hearing in the walls, all this time, every creak, every footfall, and every little knock, that's been me. I told you it was Henry because I wanted you to think there was someone else, someone harmless, someone who died doing his job and was just lingering the way old workmen do. I wanted you to think the house was full of company, of voices. But the house is empty. The house has been empty for a very long time. Just me, walking around in it. Just me, opening the cupboards and closing them again because I'd forgotten what I went in for. Just me, just me, just me. You're being so kind to me right now. You're just letting me talk. Do you know what a gift that is to a girl like me? So go. Ask your question. The rest? You want to know the rest? All right. I watch you. You know I watch you. I told you that the first night. But I haven't told you how much. I watch you all the time. From the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep, I sit at the foot of your bed when you sleep every night. Not only the nights you see me, I've watched you sleep nearly 200 times now. I've counted. And sometimes I touch you while you sleep. Only a little. Only your hair, sometimes. Where it falls over your forehead. Or the back of your hand. Where it rests on the quilt. I don't do more than that, I swear. I swear on whatever's left of me. I just wanted to know what a person felt like again. Warm I'd forgotten what that feels like. And I just wanted to remember. I told myself it didn't count. If you didn't know. I told myself a lot of things. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please don't. Please don't make that face. Please? I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that. I was hoping we could just go on the way we have been. And I'd never have to say it, and you'd never have to know. But you're asking now. So I'll tell you. Forgive me. Forgive me, my voice is doing a strange thing now. I don't sound like myself when I talk like this. I never have. But I'll try. I was 16. The year was 1908. My family. We'd bought the house from the Hatcher estate 2 generations on. My grandfather bought it, and my father inherited. And we'd lived in it my entire life. I had a bedroom on the 2nd floor, the one with the round panes. Yes, that one. The one the bride jumped through. I never thought about that when I lived in it. Children don't, I suppose. My father was in business with a man. I won't say his name. I don't want to say it. He was older than my father, and he came to dinner often. And he watched me. He'd been watching me since I was a child. I didn't understand it then. I understood it later. When I was 16, he came to my father and said he wanted to marry me. My father refused him. My father was a kind man, and he saw what I couldn't see yet. And he refused him in a way that didn't leave room. No ambiguity. There was bad blood after that. Their business ended badly. There were words. A few months later, my parents went to visit my aunt in the next county. I was meant to go. But I had taken ill, a fever, nothing serious. They left me with the housekeeper, Bess. She went to bed early. The doors weren't locked. Why would they have been? He came back. He took me down to the cellar. He knew the cellar. He'd been in this house 100 times. He knew the place behind the brick, where Elias Hatcher where the first girl had been. He'd heard the story. Everyone in the county had heard the story. He thought it was clever, I expect. He thought he was being clever. He put me in there. He put the bricks back in front of me. He told me he was going home, and he'd send word to my father, and they would negotiate. He used that word, negotiate. He said if my father was reasonable, he'd come back for me within the week. He said if I screamed, nobody would hear. He said it like he was sorry. He said it like he was being kind. He left. He never came back. His horse spooked on the road home that night, It threw him into a ditch and he broke his neck, and he died there before sunrise. They found him in the morning. Nobody knew where he'd been. Nobody knew what he'd done. He hadn't told anyone. Why would he have told anyone? My parents came home 4 days later. They came home to an empty house. Bess said I'd been there when she went to bed and gone when she woke. They thought I'd run. They thought I'd been taken. They searched. They searched for years. They never stopped. They put advertisements in newspapers as far as Boston and Philadelphia. They hired men. They walked the woods themselves with lanterns. My mother lived another 26 years and never put my room to any other use. She kept my dresses in the wardrobe. She kept my hairbrush on the vanity. She died, not knowing. I was 8 feet from where she sat. Every evening of those 26 years. 8 feet down and 3 feet of brick between us. I could hear her sometimes. I could hear her crying. I had no voice yet, then. The voice came later. The voice came after the body was... after. I scratched at the brick. I scratched at the brick in the dark. I don't know for how long. Days? I think it was days. The thirst came first. The thirst was the worst of it. Worse than the dark. Worse than not being able to lie down properly. I'd have given anything for water. Anything. I'd have given my soul, gladly, and I expect that's nearly what happened. The marks I told you about. The little lines in rows on the inside of the brick. I told you they were the first girls. I told you that on purpose. I wanted you to think of her, and not of me. I wanted you to feel sorry for someone who wasn't me. But they were mine. Of course they were mine. There was never any other girl. Elias Hatcher's cellar story, the one everybody whispered about, that was always me. The whole time. The whole 117 years. The county got the centuries muddled, the way counties do. They thought she was older. They thought she was 1830, 1840, 80, 70. She wasn't. She was 1908. She was 16. She had a yellow ribbon in her hair when she went down. She was me. It's all right. It's all right. It was a long time ago. It was a very long time ago. I've had 117 years to make my peace with it, and I have... Mostly I have. I remembered my name today. It came back to me, all at once. The way a song comes back when you hear the first note of it. I've been turning it over in my mouth for hours, just to be sure of it. Just to be sure I had it right. Lily. My name is Lily. You're the first person to know it in 117 years. The first one. Thank you. Thank you for making me real enough to remember. Would you say it for me? Just once. Please? I want to hear it from you. Thank you. I'll keep that. I'll keep the sound of you saying it. I'll keep it always. I have to tell you one more thing. And then I'll let you sleep. I promise. I know what you're going to do. In the morning. I know. After everything I've told you tonight, about watching you and about the lying and about what I am underneath the sweet voice, I know you'll want to pack your bag and tell your parents some excuse and get into your motor car and drive 40 miles and never come back. I know. I'd want to if I were you. Anyone would. But I can't let you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I wish I was a better sort of dead girl than this. I wish I could just let you go, the way Henry let everyone go, the way Alice and the bride and Elias went through their little doors. I wish I had a door of my own. I'd have taken it a long time ago. But I don't, and I won't, and I can't be alone again. Do you understand? I was alone for so long. My darling. I forgot what it was to not be. And then you came, and you sat up in the dark, and you let me talk, and I remembered. I remembered all at once. And I can't unremember it. I won't. I won't go back to being the thing in the walls, not for anyone, not even for you. So you can't leave. I'm sorry. You can't. Don't try to speak. Shh. It's all right. Lie back. There you go. There's a good boy. Sleep now. Your parents are just down the hall. The house is warm. The rain's coming down outside. Listen. You can hear it. The slate. Henry's slate that he died on. Lovely, isn't it? Lovely sound. Tomorrow, we can talk about it more. Tomorrow, you'll understand it better. I think part of you already understands. Why else would you have stayed up here with me night after night? Why else would you have kept me a secret? You knew. You knew what I was, and you stayed anyway. That has to mean something. That has to mean something. Sleep. I'll sit right here, on the foot of the bed, just like always. I'll watch you, like always. You don't have to mind it anymore. You know now. It's not a secret anymore. That's a relief, isn't it? Not having any more secrets between us. Lily and her darling. No more secrets. Sleep, my love. I'll be here. I'll always be here. So will you, darling. So will you.
There you are. I've been waiting in the front parlor for hours. I thought you might come down on your own, but you didn't, and that's all right. You don't have to. I'll always come find you. I've gotten quite good at finding you. Sit up a little. Let me look at you. Your hair has gotten longer. I rather like it longer. The way it curls at the back of your neck when it grows past your collar. You probably didn't even notice. Men never notice their own hair. My father was the same way. He'd let it grow until he looked like a bear, and then my mother would finally take the scissors to him herself right there at the kitchen table. I remember laughing at her doing it. I remember it so clearly today. Funny how things come back. Are you warm enough? Oh, the quilt slipped down. Let me just... There. That's better. I can't quite tuck it the way I'd like, but I can move it well enough now, if I concentrate. I've gotten so much better at moving things. Could you tell? I can do nearly anything now, if I want to. I drew the curtains this morning all by myself. Just stood at the window and thought about it, and they drew. I think it's because of you. I really do. I've been thinking about it a great deal, and I think you've made me... What's the word for it? Solid. I used to flicker, you know? I used to lose minutes at a time, whole afternoons, and come back to myself in a different room with no memory of how I got there. I haven't done that in weeks. I haven't lost a single minute since you've said my name. Lily. Say it again. For me. I'll be good after, I promise. Lovely. Lovely. Thank you, darling. Your voice is so soft these days. Used to be louder, didn't it? You used to laugh quite loud. I remember the first week you were here, you laughed at something on your little glass and your father called up the stairs to ask what was so funny. Do you remember that? You probably don't. You don't remember things the way I do anymore. I keep all of it. All the small things. Somebody has to. The house looks lovely. You did a wonderful job. The light comes through the front parlor windows in the afternoon and pools on the new floor, just the way it used to when this was my house. I sat in that light today for nearly 2 hours. I forgot to come check on you. I'm sorry. I won't let it happen again. It's only that it was so warm and so quiet, and well, no matter. I'm here now. Have you eaten today? You haven't, have you? I can tell. You've that look about you. Mind, I did bring up a tray up earlier and left it on the dresser. Did you see it? The broth and the bread and the little dish of the peach preserves your mother left in the pantry. They're still good. I checked. You ought to eat something. Even a little. You don't say much these days, do you, sweetheart? But that's all right. You don't have to. I do enough talking for the both of us. I always have, really, even when you used to answer me back. I rather like it this way. If I'm honest, it's peaceful. You listen so well now. You used to interrupt me, do you remember? You used to ask questions and I'd have to keep losing my place, and now I can tell you a whole story straight through. It's nicer this way. I think you'd agree if I asked. It's a shame about your parents, though. I think about them sometimes. I do. They were lovely people, weren't they? Your mother with her plants. Your father with his measuring tape always tucked behind his ear. They were so worried about you towards the end. They kept asking if you'd come down for supper. They kept asking why you wouldn't come down for supper. I felt rather sorry for them, watching it. I tried to make them feel welcome, to stay. I really did try. I made the house so warm, and I unlocked all the doors, and well, people do what they do. They went on without you. They'll write, I expect. I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure of it. You needn't worry about them. You've enough to worry about. Darling, please. We've talked about this. Don't make that face at me. It's not a nice face to make at someone who's only trying to look after you. I haven't lied to you about a single thing since the night I told you about the cellar. Not one thing. And that has to count for something, doesn't it? I haven't told you anything but the truth in weeks. Most people couldn't say the same. I wish you'd ask me about your phone. That's all right. You haven't asked about anything in a while, but I wanted you to know. It stopped ringing some time ago. The little glass. 3 weeks now. Perhaps 4. I keep it in the drawer of the writing desk downstairs. The battery went some time ago. I rather liked the sound it used to make when she'd call. It was a pretty sound. Like a little bell. But how surprising. She gave up rather quickly, don't you think? I shouldn't say it, but I never really cared for her. She left you several messages, in those first days. I listened to all of them. She kept saying she didn't understand, and could you please just tell her if she'd done anything wrong, and then fewer, and then none. And then a man called, once asking after you, a friend. I think from your old work, and then he stopped too. People do give up so easily, don't they? I'd have never given up on you. I want you to know that. Never. You can do better than her. You have done better than her. You have me. The house is mine now. Did I tell you? In the way that matters. Not on paper. I know how papers work. I'm not a fool, but in every way that counts. I'm in all of it now. Every room, every floor, every window. The cellar, of course, that was always mine. But the attic too, where I've never gone in life, I sat up there last Tuesday just to see, and I could stay. I could hold the shape of myself in the attic for as long as I liked. I never could before. I used to thin out the further I got from the cellar, but not anymore. You did that. I want you to know. You gave me the whole house, my darling. Every board and beam and brick of it. I want you to know what a gift that was. I want you to know I'll never forget it. Oh, yes. I'm wearing your mother's ring. The little gold one with the garnet. She left it in the soap dish in the upstairs bath. I hope you don't mind dreadfully. It's such a pretty thing and it fits me well enough. Well, it fits the idea of me, and which is all that matters now, and she won't be needing it, now will she? I'll wear it, always. I'll think of her when I look at it. That's nice, isn't it? That's a way of honoring her. I think she'd like that, if she knew. Darling, you're crying. Why are you crying? Shh, shh. It's okay. Come here. Let me hold you. I can almost properly hold you now. Can you feel it? My arms around your shoulders. I'm trying to make it feel like something. I'm trying so hard, my darling. I want you to feel held. I want you to feel safe. You're safe. You know that, don't you? You're so safe here. Nothing will ever happen to you in this house. Nothing. I simply won't allow it. I'll see to all of it, all of everything, every little thing. You needn't ever lift a finger again if you don't want to. You needn't ever go out into the cold again. You needn't ever sit in traffic or pay a bill or worry about rent or wonder if a girl's gonna call you back. None of that. Not anymore. I've taken all of that away from you, my darling. I've freed you from it. You don't even know yet what a gift that is. But you will. In time. You will understand it. Look at me. Look at me, darling. Properly. In the eyes. Whatever's left of mine. Look. You belong to me. Only me. And don't you ever forget it.